Welcome to the Bourbon Van. I'm Phil.
I'm Julie. It's flannel day.
It's always flannel day. Welcome to another episode where we tell you what we're enjoying. This is a quarterly thing. We're always into something new. You know how it just goes in waves. You get a taste for something.
Yeah, and I think you're always into something new.
That's true.
I'm pretty boring, and I'm like, this is all great. Let's stick with these old classics.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. But let's get directly to our first bottle and tell me, what are you enjoying right now?
We really did get right into it.
I'm all business today.
You are all business. So first up for me, it is a single barrel.
Sure.
It is Ezra Brooks Distiller's Collection, and I'm really loving it lately.
These bourbons have been fantastic. Everyone that we've tried, I think 4 or 5 over the last year and a half, fantastic.
I'm getting such a lovely spearmint note right now.
I know you like that.
I do love that, and it's perfect for this kind of warm yet chilly kind of weather.
Autumnal season.
Yeah, it's perfect for the autumn.
Absolutely. This bottle actually, by the way, came to us from a couple of friends of ours, Eric C. and Ruby Heart 921. This was a gift from them. We tried it originally as a 5-Sip Friday.
Yeah.
Loved it so much. Couldn't believe the great flavors in it. And they actually sent us a bottle. So thank you to both of them. And you can see we're doing some damage to it. But yeah, absolutely. 107 proof. These bottles, in Oregon at least, sell for about $36. Mm-hmm. That's a fantastic value. They're delicious. And I can't believe they just sit on shelves in some places. They're absolutely fantastic. If you haven't given Ezra Brooks single barrels a shot from their Distiller's Collection, get out there and get one of these. They're great.
I really, really like the way they do their single barrels over the Ezra 7.
Yeah, the old Ezra 7 we're not that big of a fan of.
No.
The Ezra Brooks 99, not huge fans of. So these single barrels, though, absolutely outstanding.
Yum.
First up for me is a bottle that if you saw our $100 at the liquor store video.
Not a surprise.
Yeah, it hasn't been that long since we did that video, and we're putting a little dent in this one here. This is High West Double Rye, bottled at barrel proof at 101 proof, and this was finished for 11 months in Aqua V barrels, and you would think that it would take some of the edge off that rye and maybe change the flavor dramatically. What it actually does, we found, is enhances the rye.
I think this bottle is spectacular. I really do. I was a little on the edge. You brought it home and you're like, you gotta try it, it's so good. I'm like, this is kind of weird.
Yeah.
And we've given it to many a people.
Many a.
And they've all loved it just
Absolutely.
as well.
Yeah, this is a bottle we got for $49.95, I believe it was. And there's still some on the shelf, and I'm sure we're gonna get one when it's gone. This is just one of those bottles that I'm not a huge High West Double Rye fan, not really at all. But this bottle, absolutely delicious, and Aqua V finish. Seems super weird, but that's a great finish for this particular rye. If you see one of these, get it. They're great.
So I have my next select in my glass right now. I feel like I've been waiting all year for this because it's definitely something I like to drink this time of year.
It smells amazing.
It is Middle West Straight Rye Dark Pumpernickel. Yum.
Yum. Yeah. This is an Ohio bottle right here.
I love
Ohio
it.
whiskey. We got this in Chicago on closeout. They were getting rid of it at the store that we were at.
Crazy.
We got it for $30-some at the time.
I'm having sensory overload.
Look at
right
you.
now.
You're
It's
gushing
delicious.
a little bit.
I know.
The nose on that is enormous. There's vanilla, caramel, dark brown sugar, and it's unique. It's super unique. That dark pumpernickel rye, it's doing some special things. We've talked about this bottle a lot in the past. We don't drink it all that often just because we can't get it here.
Yeah.
But that is dynamite whiskey.
I do feel like we're kind of savoring it just because we can't purchase here. There's such a lovely breadiness to it, but also like a cherry sweetness. The flavors scream fall to me. I just love like that oakiness and the vanilla, and everything about it is like a warm hug.
Look at you.
I know. It's just so delicious. That's all I'm gonna say.
I can't really
It's
add.
delicious.
I can't add anything to it. 96 proof and $45 to $50 generally is where we do see it, even though we found it cheaper. That's another one. If you haven't tried that, don't sleep on it. That's great whiskey.
Yum. It's a long sexy coming up.
She's talking about the bottle. This is what's in my glass right now. We actually There's two of these. There's another one up on the shelf over there. These are Stranahan's single malt whiskey cask strength. This is some American single malt, single barrels. Holy cow, I love these.
You do love these, and we've gotten really fortunate finding these on some of our latest road trip.
Yeah, I mean, one of these we got for $70 here in Oregon, and the other one got for $35 because it was on closeout in Indiana. What in the world? If you haven't tried the Stranahan's single barrels, and I'm talking about the cask strength here because I find that the higher their proof, the better the Stranahan's products are, and this is just a great example of it. These single barrels have so much flavor, and they come with a handy little jigger up here. Isn't that cool?
I know, but as I'm looking at it, I feel like it's, you know, like he was put in the corner or something like that, like put your cap on and go into the corner.
It's a dunce cap? Okay, so maybe it's not the best look, but this is Dynamite whiskey made in Colorado, and every time we see a single barrel of this at cask strength, we at least take a long look at it. Because a lot of times, you know, they're $60, $70, $80, and it's tough to make that decision, but if you're only seeing them occasionally in your neck of the woods, we haven't pulled the trigger yet, highly recommend it. The flavors in here are absolutely fantastic. The coating is incredible. If you're used to bourbon and rye, I think you have to give this a shot, especially if you like big flavors and a little bit of proof. And by the way, it's a perfect whiskey to pair with beer. And I almost don't care what kind of beer it is. For whatever reason, maybe it's just because of the barley that's in here, it just tastes fantastic when you pair it with a beer.
There's peach in there.
Isn't it satisfying? There's everything in there. There are a bunch of American single malts that are vying for my bottle of the year, 2022. Out of all the whiskeys that we've tried, the biggest flavors, the wildest flavors, and the most interesting things that American distillers are doing, a lot of those things are happening in American single malt whiskeys.
You are actually gushing right now as well.
I'm gonna have some more of this.
We've done some good damage to this bottle. That's basically all you. It's delicious, and you're right. From that one sip, I was like, ooh, this would pair really nice with a dark, it doesn't have to be a stout, but some sort of like porter or
something malty.
Something malty, right? Because there's a lot of sweetness in there. I got tons of peach, which maybe you don't get.
You liked that sip, right?
But it was delicious.
You know what's crazy? The other bottle we've got,
I
think it's better than this one.
What?
I'm gonna sip more of this.
Okay.
It coats so well, it's delicious.
It's time to do the next bottle.
Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
So we've talked a lot about it lately. I've been a fan for, for the last couple of years. I really like it. I think that it made the list because I'm just a little bit tickled pink that we got the opportunity to do this. It's Heaven's Door, and it's the one that we helped select. And I think that it's delicious and it's beautiful, but there's just something a little bit extra about this one. It's not just because we helped pick it, but it does add.
Doesn't hurt.
Yeah, it adds a little extra smile that we were able to participate.
Yeah.
And I'm pumped that it tastes delicious.
Yeah, this is fantastic. This is 122.5 proof, and it doesn't drink that way. Brown sugar, vanilla, all the things we like. Lots of nice oak in there. Great bottle, and these are selling for $60.
Yeah, and for a cask strength single barrel, I think that's a pretty good deal.
I completely agree. There's a lot of bottles selling for more than that I think probably shouldn't be selling for more than that, but this one here at $60, I think it's fantastic value. Obviously, we're a little biased because we have to pick it, and we do love it, but this is, our second bottle of this because the first one disappeared quickly. We shared it with pretty much everybody we know.
Yeah.
Like proud parents.
Proud parents showing off our baby.
That's about what it is, yeah, exactly. So Heaven's Door, if you have not tried any of their products yet, but if you do see a single barrel, check that out. We also like their double barrel stuff. We think the rye is tasty and their bourbon's good too. It's kind of all delicious, and if you're a Bob Dylan fan, why not put this bottle on your shelf? It looks great. I think Bob would approve.
Yeah, and if you live in the area, there's still some available, so go pick them up. Well, we're rounding up the list. What do you got for me?
Last but not least, it is the big bomber here. We're breaking up Booker's.
I am shocked, actually. We never, and I want to say never, unless it's the Advent tournament, talk about Booker's.
It's true.
And now that I'm looking at the bottle, I realize how much is gone and how much we've drank of it. And tell me why you picked this one.
Well, when you say what we're drinking now, you have to say that you've been actually drinking it. And so, we're not just making this stuff up. This is the Pigskin batch. This is 127.3 proof, 6 years, 7 months, 7 days aged. And this is a bottle that I've really liked it from the very beginning, but it's football season.
It is.
It's cinnamon coated almonds. It's super spicy. It's absolutely hugely flavorful. The proof is super satisfying, pairs well with a beer. Again, you can see what this season is like for me.
Yep.
And we don't drink a ton of Bookers. We have a couple of bottles up there
Yeah.
still that have almost hardly been touched, but something about this one really spoke to me, this pigskin batch. And again, this is from 2020, the third quarter of 2020. So it's been around here for a minute, and I'm loving the flavors on it. I'm loving the proof on it. I find it super satisfying. And what else is there to say about Bookers? We don't talk about it enough on this channel.
We don't, and I think that I'm rubbing off on you a little bit because Phil's always looking at the shelf trying to figure out what to drink, and he's always like, well, what can we finish off or get rid of so there's more room? And I'm like, don't go like that. Go with what you want.
Drink the good stuff.
Drink the good stuff. And then he
there you
started
go.
drinking this one.
This is my bougie pick for autumn of 2022. It's absolutely fantastic. I love this Booker's. I love every Booker's that I've tried. I've really enjoyed so far, and this one really hits my palate perfectly. So I don't think that this bottle is going to be around too much longer.
It doesn't look like it, and now you have me intrigued because I haven't had it in a while, and I kind of want to have some tonight.
Okay, that's going to go even quicker than I thought. Well, that's it for what we're drinking now. Let us know what's been hitting your palates recently. What are you drinking you can't get enough of? And while we're talking about Booker's, what's your favorite batch? Let us know from wherever we are.
To wherever you are.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I think we picked good.
No complaints.